Hello. Hi, this is Chandrasekhar and my team here, Ashwant. So we are going to describe about briefly about our project. Our project is investigating cloud storage services for digital forensics. So the introduction, the significance of cloud storage forensics is modern design investigation, exploring methodology, challenges, and best practices. Based on the latest techniques, we will be using some tools so that we can identify if any cloud storage forensics happens. Uh, we can also use the already existing designs. So for understanding cloud storage architecture, the platforms which we are going to use is Google Drive, Dropbox, and OneDrive. The components which will be using are data storage, synchronized, and APIs. So for this forensic relevance, source of potential evidence, we will be taking as a reference, and we will be studying about the investigation process on that. For data acquisition techniques, for live acquisition, real-time data capture, and for static acquisition, snapshot of data, and tools used are FTK image and in case. So for live acquisition, real-time data capture will be used as a data source. And for static acquisition, the snapshots of the data will be used, and we can proceed with the investigation. For API-based collection, the data collection via API will be used, and for types of data, we'll be taking the metadata, user activity logs, and file content. And for the security measures, authentication and authorization protocols will be used here. And for local synchronized analysis, examines of files on local devices and the files which are stored in the online cloud storage like Google Drive or OneDrive will be used for local synchronization. And for structural content and local databases, we will be using SQLite. We can also investigate more on this using the structure forensics. And for example, case study or a specific example of local sync analysis. And for log file analysis, access logs, activity logs, and error logs are the type of logs which will be considered to identify the forensics. And identify using actions and potential security incidents. A simple log file analysis scenario will be very much helpful to identify the threat and to notice the forensics. And for metadata examination and file hashing will be extracting file origins, timestamps, and authorship. So from this, from the image, we can retrieve this, and we can identify where and when it happened, the attack. And for file hashing, we will be considering MD5, SHA1, SHA256 for the integrative verification. So reconstructing timelines, verifying data integrity are the cases which we'll be dealing with. So from here onwards, my teammate Ashwant will be taking it. Thank you.
Hello, my friend continue right now. So I'm going to explain the advanced techniques what we use in this project. So data carving and network traffic analysis. So while coming to the data carving, in this the recovery of deleted or fragmented files, just to retrieve the data or like what we gonna delete so we can retrieve back. So while coming to the network traffic analysis, monitoring the data transform patterns. So like the some of the users, so they are going to be attacked by the attackers and they modify data and they alter the data. So what the tools we use is the Wireshark and other specialized tools. virtual machine snapshots and memory analysis. So in regular, we can use some of the snapshots in the virtual machine tool. So coming to the memory analysis, recovering volatile data in the system states. So that when the system is some certain state, we're gonna look into and take care of them. And coming to the applications, where this the process is used in some applications like the instant response, detailed system investigations like the cyber team investigate the data and they gonna use some memory analysis for their process. So the tools for the cloud forensics, what we gonna use in this is the just overview of the tool, FTK Imager, NKS, X1 Social Discovery, AWS, Cloud Trial, Wireshark. So the basics of the tool is and the working procedure is like the data extraction, analysis, reporting. So while coming to the limitations, each tool have the unique features and the potential drawbacks. But every tool has some drawbacks and every tool has some unique features. So the best practices, what we got to know is in the cloud forensics, legal and ethical considerations, and the documentation and the chain of custody, like the maintaining and the evidence integrity, validation and verification, that is ensuring the data accuracy from the graphs like that. So tool testing and validation, whether the tool is working perfectly or not, and whether the tool is like the reliability. Every time we're going to use the regular checks for the tool reliability. Incident response integrations, as like previously mentioned, like we're gonna use some these applications in like some real world applications, like coordinating with a broader security measures. So the challenges and the future directions by using this project is like the encryption, jurisdiction issues, data volume, AI and machine learning in the forensics, cloud native forensics. So while coming to the overall conclusion is like the importance of continuous learning in the digital forensics. So the key points discussed in this presentation, the previously and my friend Chandra explained. So emerging the trends and areas for the future research using the cloud services. Thank you for the presentation, the Chandrasekhar.